cushion in, right? So you can make up to $50 in errors and still be okay, right? So that's what we put the 50 in there. Do y'all understand why we put the extra money in? The extra money is to let you make mistakes on the trade. Does it make sense why I'm telling you to do it? Does it make sense why I'm telling you to do it? So even though you have 200, you gave yourself a $50 cushion. So in case you take a bad trade, right, you know you can risk up to $50 without hitting your actual amount to blow your account. So you got that $50 is just banked in there. And so that's what I'm telling people to do, so that they're not risking the whole 200 and beefing up that lot size. If you went down to $100, you had a $200 account, you just gave yourself a $100 cushion. But if you did this every day, still, the money is going to be ridiculous. You had 17 in 3 months. I'm sorry, that's 6 months. You had $30,000 in 6 months. That's a yearly salary. That's a $500,000. That's exactly 533. You go for a whole year. You go for a whole year. That's $9 million in a year. That's $9 million in 1 year. That's you starting with $100. That's you starting with $100. That make sense? So even with $100 account, by being disciplined, even with $100 account, you still can make some good money in for it. 20 pips and call it a day. But you built in a $100 cushion, which means your account is not getting hit that hard. Yes, I'm going to start doing some crypto calls, just not yet. I at least want to get y'all straight up on Forex first. How many of y'all understand the purpose of cushion? How many of y'all understand the purpose of having a cushion? I saw one person say I don't. Abdul, I think is his name. The purpose of a cushion is so that while you're trading, I give you your lot size that you use every day. The reason why I do that is so that you won't blow your account. All right? It gives you a safety net. Okay? Now, let's move back to over here. Now, so what we were talking about over here was, you have to ask yourself, what is your PIP goal? I want everybody to ask yourself this question. What is your PIP goal for the day? For me, that's very important. What is your PIP goal? I need everybody to talk to me. Do you have a PIP goal? That way you're not in the trade all day. Who has a PIP goal that you trade with every day? If you don't have a PIP goal, you're not trading with discipline. All right, and I'm going to say something, just bear with me.
There's no such thing as profit 3 and take profit 4. No such thing as take profit 1, 2, 3, and 4. Anybody that's supposed to take profit is just guessing where the market's going to be. We never know. I need everybody to hear me. Whether really the market's going to go up or the market's going to go down. We do the best that we can to figure out where the resistance is, where the support is, to see how we're going to trade in between. No one knows what's accurate or not. So you can have your resistance here, you have your support down here, and we call a trade to hit here. That's your entry point, and we put our stop loss right above here. And we've seen it where we hit this entry point right here, and this trade goes all the way up and hit this stop loss right here, and then goes down to hit the TP. I'm gonna say that again. That's what we've seen. We put our stop loss right up here. We don't think it's gonna go past this point or with this point, so our stop loss is like right here. Then we'll have a trade that hit this, right? Come up, hit this, and then out. There are a lot of people up here, right? And they're looking, they're up here, and they're completely sad because they're trying to figure out why did that trade go wrong. It happens a lot. Now, you've noticed that there are some people on here that will have a resistance area. They'll come up here, they'll put their stop loss right above this resistance area, right? So this is the resistance area right here. They'll put that stop loss right up here because what's been happening was the trade just comes here and then bounces and goes back down. That's what they've been seeing, right? Not the case. We are guessing, and anybody that knows anything about trading knows that this is a guess. We're guessing that this trade is just going to hit this level of resistance right here. We put our stop loss right above it and then go down the other way. And so we look at this, and this could be a 40 pip stop loss, right? And then after a 40 pip stop loss, y'all need to hear me, a 40 pip stop loss, but the take profit is about 20 pips, right? So what you're actually risking is you're at a 2-to-1 ratio, right? And most people say they want a 1. And what they say is, Dr. Spiller, if we're going for a 20 pip take profit, then the max of our stop loss should be 20 pips, right? And they say we're risking too much to hit this, right? We're risking too much to take this one take profit down here. We're risking too much. So they're saying these 20 pips from here to here is not worth this 40 pip stop loss. So what I attempted to do, thank you. What I attempted to do was to give you a pip calculator so you can calculate your own pips. Right, important question. So I give it to you. So if you want to risk 20 pips, you can. Risk 20 to get 20. Risk 15. Allow you to put in your stop loss. You send out and push 1,000. I need everybody to know that. Push 1,000 is my nice way of giving you free trades that I don't have to give. Push 1,000 is me being nice. I do not have to give out trades. We could just be pushing education. But I give out trades And we're seeing people in the group chat complain about a trade as if someone that they know is trading at 100%. No one trades at 100% on Forex. No one does. You check our entire company. I want you to check the entire company. This whole company with Our Markets Live. No one trades 100%, right? But then not only is no one trading at 100%, there are a few people that give out signals that we give out. Our signals is the reason why people are trying to join our team. This is the reason why people join our team, because of the pips that we give in our trades. Right? Now, this is what I need you to understand. I need you to understand this, because I want this to make sense. I'm glad that many of you are grateful for the trades that we give out to you guys concerning pips that we offer. I'm extremely excited that you guys are excited about that. And I want to help you by giving you this copy and paste structure. But the truth be told, there are some people who are not grateful for what we give out and complain about what we give out. But they don't even know that they can't get what we're offering anywhere else. Not basically, you're not paying for signals. Basically, it's free. You're paying for the education. Those signals are free. Those signals are free. We don't have to do that. We can tell you, give an automatic academy, go to automatic academy, like all these other things are doing. We're telling you to trade from there, and we do it. But then our team wouldn't be as popular. We would have so many people joining. We would have so many people who are active. So, if we set out a trade and there's a 40 pip stop loss, you do not have to take that 40 pip stop loss. If you're smart enough to know that the stop loss is 40 pips, then you're also smart enough to go ahead and adjust it to 20. The TP is 20 pips. Right? You should have been adjusting that yourself without us having to adjust it for you. A 4-hour trade on the 4-hour chart is going to have more movement than what it was on an hour chart, or a 30-minute chart, or a 15-minute chart, which means the support and resistance lines are a little bit different on the 4-hour chart. You can always adjust your trade yourself. Our trades are for newbies. And let me give you another one. If the trade hits TP1, and you're not in that trade is over for you. Do not enter in at TP1 looking to go to TP2 when you can't even read a chart. I'm going to make that clear. Do not enter after TP1. If we hit TP1, you're waiting for the next trade. After TP1, you're waiting for the next trade. If we hit TP1, we're waiting on the next trade. Because this is what I see you do. You'll go in and you'll enter at TP1. We'll go down to TP2. And you put in the stop loss way up here. That is not a 40 pip stop loss anymore. That's like a 60 pip stop loss. Because it's the 20 pips that we got from the entry to TP1. That's 20 added on to this 40, which makes it 60. And that's the problem. Do not enter the trade after TP1. If you want to do that, then you enter it in, but do not tell us we're giving out bad trades. No, you're trading on your own. You're trading how you want. You're trading the way you want, and yet you're upset because we have a couple of trades that don't hit TP1, or hit TP1, go to TP2, and you say the signals don't work. No, boo. I disagree with you. I completely disagree. No, you're doing it on your own. And then the next thing, I see people with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions on one trade. You are greedy. And you're not going to win at Forex. Why are you running 6 positions? You're going to over leverage it. It's going to take you out. And then you're going to stay trading on work. Spiller ain't doing what he's supposed to do. No one told you to go in and put in 6 positions. That is not smart. Line them to TP1. If you have 1, 2, 3 positions, write 2 of them to TP1. Right? If you're going for TP2, close them and let 1 run to TP2. But bring your stop loss down to your entry point. So at least you won't lose the money you just gained. Did you understand what I said? I want to make sure that you got what I just said. If you're going to do that, don't have your whole account risking that much for that long. You got 3 positions open. Don't have all 3 of those positions running to TP2. That don't make sense. Close them. Here's TP1. Close 2 of them. If you're going to do that, close 2. Let the third one run to TP2, but move your stop loss down right above TP1. Right above it. You want to be right above TP1 and move your stop loss right there. You can also use the trailing stop loss. You can do this. I'm going to get into this, right? Let's say you got 3 positions. I give you the trailing stop loss expert advisor. You should be using it. Let's do this. You have 3 positions running. Set your trailing stop loss on all 3 of these at 10 pips. You can set them at 10. You can set them at 15. Once it hits 15 pips, just let it go. Your trailing stop loss is going to put you right back at your entry point. Now you ain't got to worry about TPs. I don't even use TPs. I don't know the last time I used a TP. I don't. I'm in a trade, right? And I enter it. I have my trailing stop, my trailing profit, or my trailing stop over here, right? And I set the trailing stop for what, 15 pips, which is 150 points. When it hits TP1, well, I know how many pips they get for TP1 because that's why I'm doing it. That's something I put in push 1,000, guys. I put it in push 1,000. And made a video on it. Once my trailing stop hits 15 pips, it activates. And then I'm in a risk-free trade. I walk away from the trade. I'm done. Once my trailing stop activates, I'll be in a trade for an entry point. And sometimes I run my trailing stop at 100, which is only 10 pips. Once 10 pips hit, I know I'm in a risk-free trade. I walk away from it. Because at that point, I know my trailing stop is moving behind it. My trailing stop is moving behind it. My trailing stop is moving behind it. I do that on every. I have never put in a stop loss. I don't do a stop loss. I do not suggest that you don't do that. And I don't put in the take profit. I'm a trailing stop type guy. I don't know what's going on with that, Tam. You may need to check with your broker on that. But let's say I'm going to enter a trade. I'm in a trade, and then it's 7 pips to the first TP. And I'm running a 5 pip trailing stop. If there's only 7 pips left to my TP, my trailing stop is at 5 pips. I'm not risking it. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? If I'm going to enter this trade, If I'm going to enter this trade, right, and this is my entry point, and I only have 7 pips to my first TP, I know automatically I'm setting my trailing stop at 5 pips. So if it hits that 7, it activates. If it keeps going down, I'm good. And I'm just securing profit as it's moving down. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Yes or yes? What if I get kicked out of the trade? Well, you just get kicked out of the trade, guys. You just get kicked out of the trade. That's not the last trade. That's not the only trade. Please tell me if I'm being clear tonight. Am I being clear, people? Y'all just losing money because you're taking unnecessary risk. Unnecessary risk. I don't know why you're taking an unnecessary risk. Now you're not dealing with take profits. Now you're not dealing with take profit 1 or take profit 2 or take profit 3. If it hits take profit 1, your trailing stop activates. Hit take profit 2, your trailing stop activates. You're not losing money. You're just not losing money. And I don't think anybody needs to lose any money unnecessarily. Any questions so far? Any questions? A little confused on the trailing stop. I will drop in the video that I did on the trailing stop. I'm gonna drop the video in Push 1000 I did on the trailing stop. I want you to go back and watch it. Okay? Is that Ricardo? Ricardo Nito? All right, let's get into something today. I'm ready to start training you today. Any more questions about the signals? Any more questions about the signals and what you should be doing? And you need to take this information and explain it to your team. Really, take it and explain it to your team. Okay? All right, here's some questions. Doctor, would you like to explain the difference between TPs? What do you mean, explain the difference? You say, explain the difference between TPs. I don't know what to do. Take profit 1, take profit 2. I guess we could do it like this. So you can see it. Okay. Let's say that we're seeing this in a downtrend, right? And we call this trade moving down. Let me show you what this is going to look like. So we're looking at this trade right here, and we're predicting this trade to go down. Okay, I want you to see something. We're looking at this trade to come down. So if we're looking for this trade to come down, the first TP, this is how we develop our TPs as support resistance levels. The first TP is here. So from here to here is the first TP. The second TP is about here. So this is the first TP, the second TP. And each one of them are on support levels. So we're saying it's going to come down. And this is your first TP, here's your second TP, here's your third TP right here. You see it? Do y'all see this? Do y'all see how I did those TPs? Do you see how I did those TPs? I'm trying to check with the team. See if y'all see how I did those TPs. All right, now let's watch this to see if it is TP1. I'm gonna show you what you should have done. Let's say on this particular trade, this is TP1, this is TP2, this is TP3. And you see this trade. We call this, and we said it's hitting up here. We're seeing it hit up here, and we're saying that this is about to go into the sell. All right? All right, and watch those. The reason why we say this is a TP1 because TP1s are always set at support and resistance levels. Right? So on the bottom, you should have got this to our Academy. This is support, this is a support, and this is a support. Now let's see what this trade is going to do. And I want you to watch it because here's where all my questions are coming in, where people are saying, well, what should I do, Dr. Spiller? What should I do there? They always ask, what should I do? So let's watch it. All right, it's going up. Now, notice we said, here's this level, support level right here. So we went off this level. We put us in the sale. We're looking to see what it's going to do. Let's watch this because this is what you've been asking me. And you asked it in the group chat, and it just doesn't make any sense for y'all to keep asking the same questions if you're watching the videos that we post. So let's watch and see what it does. It's going down. Now, at this point, y'all are in profit. And we have people that's in profit right here, right? They're in profit because we got in right here. Here's our entry point. It activated. We got in right here. From here to here, we in profit. And I'll see people in the group saying, do we stay in? Do we get out? Do we stay in? Do we get out? I'm like, are you really asking? Do we stay in? The trade is still moving. Do we stay in? Do we get out? You're going from resistance to support. Your stop loss is up here, right above this area, because this is where this trade has never been. So we put a stop loss right there. Do we stay in? What are we going to do? Well, what we're going to do is watch this trade. Let's see if it's going to hit TP1. Pulling back. Now, this is where people get nervous, right? Because you were in profit and you're wondering, should you stay in? How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? Where you in profit, got profit here, and then it started pulling back on you, and then when it started pulling back, you got scared. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about right now? How many of y'all is in profit, it started pulling back, you got scared because it pulled back. Now your stop loss is way up here. What you're saying is, I don't want to lose this profit as if there's not going to be another trade. It did a pullback, and you're saying, oh God, should we stay in? Should we get out? Should we stay in? Should we get out? Guys, you shouldn't be doing that. Your stop loss is here. We're trading, trusting this stop loss. Now, if you want to take the profit, go and take the profit, get out right here and be done. But let's just watch and see what happens. So our stop loss is here. Our TP1 is here. Let's see what happens. Damn. How many of y'all just saw what happened? How many of y'all just saw what happened? Because this is where panic came in. Here's where the panic came in. I want everybody to listen to me. You saw this trade come down, but you also saw this trade pull back. And this is where you got nervous at. This is where you start asking questions. Because you start seeing yourself lose profit, right? As you start seeing yourself lose profit, I'm going to call it LP. As you saw yourself lose profit, that's where you got nervous. Now, it hit TP1. Here's where all the questions come in. Do we go for TP2? I mean, come on, y'all talk to me in the chat. I ain't seeing nobody say nothing now. Come on, y'all. Listen to me now. Ooh, we hit TP1. After the day we hit TP1. Do we stay in? Or do we go for TP2? And then I'll have people ask me, Dr. Spiller, should we go for TP2? When I hit TP1, when I do what? I need everybody to hear me. And this is me, you can do what you want to do. If I got in this trade right here, and I want to make this the rule tonight. I want to make this the rule tonight. This is the rule tonight. I want you to move your stop loss to your entry point. Let's do it one more time. You hit TP1. You got multiple positions running. Once you hit TP1, move your stop loss to whatever your entry point is. Is everybody clear? I need 400 of y'all to tell me you clearly understand what I'm saying right now. I don't want to see no more negative trades after today when we hit TP1. I need everybody to hear me right now. This is my rule. How many of y'all are hearing me for this rule? This is my rule from this point on. And I'm going to start moving people out the signals group. This is my rule from now on. If you hit TP1, you must move your stop loss to the entry point so you no longer have a negative trade. Period, bottom line, point blank. I'm no longer answering questions after TP1. Do I stay in or did I get out? I'm not doing that. Now, if you don't want to use that, put your trailing stop on TP1. Now, what do I mean put your trailing stop on TP1? There are certain people that want to go for TP2, right? There are people who got out right here. They're done. At TP1, they're like, man, I'm not. Is Julian on here? Julian is a TP1 guy. Julian just doing TP1 and he's done. They ain't trying to go for TP2. They didn't kill $2,000-$3,000 right here at TP1. Now, but I want to say something. However how many pips is between here and here, you need to know it and set your trailing stop at that. So whatever your TP1 is, that's what your trailing stop needs to be set at. Did y'all hear the words that I said? Now it's going to be up to you to know how many pips are between TP1 and your entry point, because that's where you need to put your trailing stop. Y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? From this point on, after we hit TP1, your stop loss is right at your entry point. I'm no longer looking at negative trades after today when we hit TP1. If nothing else, you're going to break even. All right, now, let's see what happened with TP2. Because this is what y'all doing. We hit TP1, but y'all still in it. Let's watch and see what happens after TP1 hit. How many of y'all have been in the trade, hit TP1, and right after it hit TP1, it pulls back? How many of y'all have been in the trade, right after it hit TP1, it pulls back? And that's what happened right here. Look what happened when it hit TP1. After it hit TP1, it pulled back from TP1. Does not mean it's not going to TP2. It still has to break here at my entry point. But it does not mean it's not going to TP2. Let's watch and see what happens with this trade, because this is what y'all doing. I'm going over the whole thing. I'm not even done. This is a long training today. Now, watch this. Look what just happened here. Does everybody see what happened after you hit TP1? Y'all see this pullback? But where did it pull back to? This previous level right here. Right? Why this level right here? Why this level right here? Because that's where it stopped at last time. That was that little correction that we had that pulled back up. And so it pulled back up right there to that level. Now, I want y'all to do this, right? I want you, after you hit TP1, you see that move down and hit TP1? What I want you to do is mark everywhere where the market moves sideways. Because wherever it moves sideways, like it is right here, that is another place of resistance. If it's above it, support if it's beneath it. I want you to go ahead and put a line right there, especially on your phone, right? I want you to put a line right there. I hope y'all seeing this. See how it moves sideways right here? I'll put me a little line right here as a reminder that it may pull up to retest this and then go back down. But let's just see. It may not have done it. I haven't watched this throughout, so I don't know what it's going to do. But let's just see. Oh. All right, hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. But look at what just happened after it hit that. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Be right back. Hold on.
Snap.
All right, I'm back, guys. How many of y'all still here? How many of y'all still here? How many of y'all still here? All right, look at this. Let's watch this. So what just happened? Let's talk about it. Because this is where I don't need you lost anymore in your trades. What just happened? Came down, retested this little resistance zone right here. Then we have this. Here's TP2. Hasn't hit TP2 yet. Hasn't hit TP2 yet. Now this is the place where in the group chat people saying it's going to hit TP2. It's going to hit TP2. Typically, when you have a break, you'll have another retest. It could test here or it could test here. Let's see what happens. Now, what happened when it broke here? I want y'all to see this. Do you see this candle right here? I want everybody to see this candle. Do you see this candle? It went here. Here's my TP1. Remember my stop loss is at my entry point? Now I move my stop loss to right here. Now, why did I move my stop loss right there? Why did I move my stop loss right here? Who can tell me why I moved my stop loss right here? Absolutely. Support resistance. It pulled back into this area where it went sideways. It pulled back right where it went sideways, and then we had this move. And then we have this move down here. Here it is. Now, my stop loss is here. I secured this profit right here. Well, my stop loss is here. Let's keep watching and see what it does. Hasn't hit TP2 yet. It's kind of holding right here. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's keep playing it. Watch what happens. Oh, it's pulling back. Does anybody know why it's pulling back? Let's watch and see what this candle does. Because if this goes sideways, right? What happens when it goes sideways? There's another structural level right there. If it goes sideways, but let's see what happens. Ooh, now look at what this just did. Look at what this just did. Now, this is where people are panicking, right? They're panicking right now. We're panicking right now because it's come back up to TP1. But your stop loss, you've already secured some profit. Be happy with what you just secured right here. Now, if you're trailing stop, you had a trailing stop, this candle right here pushed you out on your trailing stop. The trailing stop was running close behind it. This candle just pushed you out. But what is it doing? Retesting this level. Now, guys, I need y'all to hear me. When you start asking me, should I get out? Should I get out? Your question you should be asking is, did this, which just became resistance, did this candle break this and close above it? Not wick it. I don't care about the wick of the candle. I care about the body of the candle. The body of the candle come and close up here, and a new candle come and close right there. That's what I'm asking. If that has not happened, then this resistance level is what I call strong. So we're watching it. So now we have a smaller pullback to retest this area right here. Right? This is a retest. But let's see what happens after this retest. Are y'all still with me? I mean, y'all see what does happen. I mean, y'all see what just happened. Now, why did I have confidence that this was still going to drop? This is why you have to know your candlestick patterns. This candle right here told me everything I needed to know. This candle right here. This is what we call an exhaustion candle. You see it like this, where it tried to go up and then sellers pushed it back down. There's a good case that this is going to go. Look, it hit the TP. I don't know if we met the spread requirement right here. We may have met the spread requirement, we may not have. But if you're a TP2 person, you just hit TP2. But let's just see what's going to happen on the next one. All right, went down to that line. Look at what's happening when it gets here. Do y'all see what happened when it got there? Do you see what's happening on the support line? Do you see what's happening right here on the support line? And you're blowing up the inbox now. What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? This is right at this point, respecting it. I don't think it hit TP2. I'm going to tell you, I don't believe it hit TP2 because it didn't meet the spread requirement. Spread is where the broker increases his portion while this is moving, right? And so what happens is it doesn't meet the spread requirement, so you don't hit TP2. And you're still in it. There'll be other people that says, have y'all been in a trade where someone says, I hit TP, but you didn't? Have you ever had a trade where someone else hit TP and you didn't? Let me tell you why. It didn't meet your spread requirement. I'm going to show you the spread requirement on a live chart in a minute. But it didn't meet the spread requirement. The spread is the broker's money, right? That's the ask price and the bid price. You should have got this in your basic training. But the broker didn't meet his spread requirement, so you didn't hit TP2. which is why I'm going for a pip count. Right? If I'd have got my 20 pips, I was done. But let's just keep watching to see what's happening because y'all are still asking questions. I haven't hit my TP2. Let's see what happens. Oh, how many of y'all saw that? Tell me what's going on. Somebody tell me what's going on. Did you just hit TP2? You just hit TP2. Many of y'all got out right here on TP2. But there are some people in the group that says, who's going for TP3? I see him. Let's go for TP3. Let's go for TP3. Anytime you have a break of structure, you'll have a retest of that structure. Now, my stop loss is right here. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. When I break TP2, my stop loss is now at TP1. Right? Another place I looked at, I could possibly move my stop loss. It wicked up here, but you could possibly run it right here too. Right in here. But your stop loss would be here. Now you got all these pips. Right? All these pips at risk right now. You're risking these pips. This is a risk if you stay in it. Because this will go back up and hit this, hit your stop loss, and you lose this. You have to be asking yourself, am I willing to lose all this? That's right. This is an engulfing candle. I'm really pushing through this train and I'm not feeling the best. Okay, let's do this. Let's keep going. So let's see what it does on TP3. All right, now, that could be considered a retest candle right there. All right, look what just happened. Look at what's happening. You're still in it for TP3. You're still in it for TP3. You're still in it. You have noticed that this has respected this. When you have this pullback like this, it has respected this. Now, I'm going to teach you Fibonacci a little bit tonight. When I see something like this, right, I'm going to draw Fibonacci from here to here. And Fibonacci helps me see kind of where this is going to retrace. I want y'all to see this. Because I want you to see this. This is very important. And I want you to start using Fibonacci because it has a pull down, and now we're getting a pull back up to here. Right? And we're seeing, is this going to go back down? Is this trend going to continue? This is what we're using Fibonacci for. Because Fibonacci will tell us if it's, typically it's not going to tell us. It just give us a confirmation whether it's going to go up or down. So let's look at Fibonacci. Let's draw a Fibonacci chart right here. It's right here. So you go from top to bottom, and your Fibonacci's that you're going to be looking for, that you really want to start marking out. I want you to get this. There are magic numbers on Fibonacci that you should be always looking for. All right, magic numbers on the Fibonacci, the ones that are high responding, and I want you to make sure you have these down. All right, your first one. On your first one, it's going to be your 38.2. The next one is your 61.8. Right? Now, this hit the 38.2 level on your Fibonacci. And it's kind of holding on to 32.8, right? And it could come down and retest right here and see what it's going to do. It could probably go into consolidation. But right now, it's respecting the 38.2. Right? So it's respecting that 38.2 level. It's a little bit of more advanced training right here, but there are people on here who can follow me. But these are your ones, right? You hit the 61, hit the 32, right? Hit the 78. You look at the 78, right here went sideways. This is the 88.6 right here. So my main ones that I like are the 61, the 32, right? I'll look for it to pull back in that area to see if I can find me another entry point on that. I'm getting ready to do an entire class just on Fibonacci. And I want all y'all to participate. I'm doing one whole class on Fibonacci. One class on Fibonacci. And I want y'all to participate in that class. Just so that you can start looking for your entry points, where your entry point is going to be, or when you can re-enter. I'm going to show you how to draw the Fibonacci, right? And I'm going to show you where to look for your re-entry points on these particular trades. Right, so that class will be coming up. So start looking for that class. But this is a 38 level. Withdraw. So this is the 38 level. I put a line right here. Here's the 61.8 level. I put a line right there. Those are usually my turnarounds, and I'll even show you how to take profit on these retracements. Because on your 38, this is TP1, this is TP2, this is TP3. If you're doing your retracements. So it'd be TP1 at 38.2, TP2 at 61.8, TP3 at the 100% level. All right, but I'll get you that as we go. So I'm gonna put it here. I'll put it here. Both these lines right in here. I hate when I can't draw a straight line. I said OCD. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. I still have a lot, guys. I'm training hard tonight, so stay with me. It's gonna be a long training. If you want to stay on, you can stay on. You want to get off, you can get off. Trust me, I understand. Broke people always have something to do. Okay, so let's watch and see what this does. Let's see if it respected that level on the Fibonacci. That's a long consolidation. Y'all see what it's doing? I'm just gonna play it out. And that's it. Okay. So now we're at the front end of the chart. So we watched this trade move down. This is the 61.8 level. We watched it hit the 38.2 level, and it busted through the 38.2, hit the 61.8, and then came down here and sat right here. Now, I want y'all to see this. Let's mark this out. It came here and sat. Here's another level. Let me see if I can do something else here. Make it a little bit clearer. This is the 61.8 level right here. Let me change the color of this. And this is the 38 level right here. Now, look what happened. Let's talk about it. Because y'all are in this trade. You're looking to see what's happening. And I want to see this because you went in for TP1. You hit TP1. Right? You hit TP2. You're waiting for TP3. This thing never went back to TP3. And you're asking me right now, there are people that will be asking this question while they're watching this trade. Dr. Spiller, what do I do right here? My whole question is, why are you still in it? All right? All right, God bless Dempsey. I want you to hear me. Why are you still in this trade? Why are we still in this trade? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for some answers because y'all are on here. Because you're always talking in the chat. Why are you still in this trade? Why are you still in? Your stop loss should have put you out. Your trailer stop would have put you out. And you're in the group chat asking other people, do you think it's going to go back down? That's why I'm doing this training. I'm doing this training for the people that are asking, do you think it's going to go back down? Because we shouldn't get those questions in the group chat. Once you hit TP2 and you have properly moved your stop loss, your stop loss kicked you out, but you got this profit. You minimum got the profit from your, at least from here. But if you went on to TP2, you took profit here. If you're going for TP3, it kicked you out. It kicked you out long before it got way up there to the 61.8 level. When it gets up here, I don't think anybody should still be in this trade. And I'm gonna stop sending out information on this. You know, people will, I'm just waiting. No, once I hit TP2, I'm kind of done at that point. Experienced people should be in for TP3 to TP4. Because all my newbies got out of TP1. I told everybody, please do not put people in past TP1. If they are brand new, please hear this training. If they're brand new, they should not be in past TP1. They should have been out right here. They should have been out right there. If they were for TP2, they should be a little bit more expert. And they shouldn't be asking those simple questions on TP2 because they went through the training and everything else. If you were brand new, you should be going past TP1. TP2 is for people who have a little bit more experience. So that they won't be asking questions in the chat. Do I stay in? Do I stay in? Do I stay in? Do I stay in? So I'm asking every leader to make sure that your new people are not in past TP1. TP2 is for experienced traders. Anything past TP1 is for experienced traders to understand support and resistance and how a trade actually moves. Does that make sense? Before I go on training, I need to know, am I making sense? Lord help me. I need to get a little bit more strength here. Whew. Okay, so now, let's get into, no, this is not being recorded. I'm doing 3 straight days. So I'm just going back over this stuff every day, okay? All right, I'm gonna get into something now. I need y'all to see this. This is very phenomenal. I'm doing 3 straight days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. None of these sessions will be recorded. All right, I'm gonna talk about Heikin-Ashi candles for a second so that you can understand them. Heikin-Ashi candles, I was supposed to be in from Africa on Saturday. I didn't get in until Sunday. It was just, and I'm feeling the effects of that. But I love you guys. I hope y'all see my sacrifice as love. And look, I don't like looking in the group chat of people not winning. I want y'all to win. So I'm taking time out, knowing that I've been in the bed all day. But I'm taking time out because it is very important to me. Extremely important to me for you guys to win. Okay? All right, so let's go over these Heikin-Ashi candles. Let's first do regular candles. All right, so you have your regular candles. The thing with regular candles is regular candles don't really tell us if there's momentum in this price. And Heikin-Ashi candles do. Now, you can see the wicks on these candles, and wicks show support and resistance based on where the wicks are. Right? You can put fractals and things like that on them. Right? You can do all that. But this is what I want you to look at. The reason why I use Heikin-Ashi candles is Hakanashi candles are candles that show volume, or what